Hey everyone, welcome to Unboxed. Today we're going to jump right into it. We're going to talk about how a leader can learn from their insecurities. We've been dealing an awful lot with the insecurities that leaders face. And how does a leader deal with it? How does a leader say, okay, I have these insecurities, I have these issues, these things that are going on in my life, I have these jealousies that I'm working through, etc. So how can I take that and make it a stepping stone? How can I build upon it? All right, so stick around. We're going to unbox the answer to that question. I'm Dr. Robert Davis, family life educator and relationship coach, and welcome to Unboxed, a frank and straightforward conversation about relationships. We're going to talk about family, church, workplace, and all other types of relationships. Join me for the next few moments as we unbox the power and potential of relationships and help you to live your best life. All right, everyone. So thankful that you've joined us. Please do me a favor as we get started. Like, subscribe, and share. That's right. Like, subscribe, and share. Okay. So for the last couple of days, we've been talking about the leader's insecurities. And one of the ways those insecurities show up is in our feeling jealous about other people. And we even talked about, what is it that causes me? And typically we are jealous of another person when we see their strength in our area of inadequacies. So, how do I work through this? And I'm just going to give you a couple of quick pointers, and this is not going to be a long show today, just a couple of quick pointers that I want to bring to your attention. And it looks like we may have got frozen here. So I'm gonna turn that down. Boy, we've been having some real internet challenges recently, but we're going to go ahead and trudge right through this. So, how do we move beyond that? And here's the thing that I want to start off with. You never become better in relationships until you master relationships, especially difficult ones. So you're never going to become a better leader, a better person when you have difficult relationships or you have various feelings that arise in different types of relationships. And what you do is you just go ahead and run away from that. No, you're never going to become the best version of you. You have to actually work through it and stick in it. So a lot of times, when we have someone who gets on our nerves, someone we don't like, reality of the matter is someone we're jealous of, we'll have a tendency to say, okay, well, I'm done with this. I'm going to pull back. I'm going to give that person their space. And I really want to encourage you to think about this a little bit different. And again, when I do my coaching or when I'm working with leaders, whether it's in support groups or, at retreats or seminars or whatever it may be, one of the things I tell them is, hey, let's think about how we can look at this a little bit different, and here's what I want you to think about. Not how do I remove myself from the person that I may be experiencing jealousy with, but rather, how do I remain in a non-judgmental, non-ulterior motive relationship with someone I'm jealous of? And I hope that you caught that. How do I remain in a non-judgmental, non-ulterior motive relationship with someone that I am jealous of? So I noticed that they have something, it may be that they're a better speaker or people gravitate towards them more. Or as I shared an example from my own life, they know how to self-promote and to bring attention to the work that they're doing, which is a skill. Politicians are really good at that. A politician will stoop down and tie their shoes, and they'll find a way to make sure that makes the evening news. Hey, here's a leader that even knows how to do the simple things like tie their shoes. They master this. So rather than saying, well, you know what, I'm going to push away from these type of people. One of the things that is very beneficial is when we enter into a relationship with them. And again, I want to make sure I put these words out there: non-judgmental, non-ulterior motive relationship with the person that we are jealous of. But the second thing that I want to share with you, and then I'll close on this. The second thing that I want to share with you is when you realize that you're feeling jealous of someone, you're realizing that they are exposing, and this is what it really is about. They're exposing an area of inadequacy in your life. Then what great leaders do is, again, they enter into relationship with people who help them to see the inadequacies of their life. And this is one of the things that's important, as you're working. And I encourage everyone to have a mentor or, an executive coach or leadership coach or whatever you want to call it, when that can help you. And your coach will be able to help you and should be able to help you identify people who can show you and help you to address areas of inadequacies. So, a great coach doesn't have to know how to shoot the ball, but a great coach will know how to find someone who can help you to shoot the ball or become more proficient in shooting the ball. And so what I encourage individuals to do is to begin to surround yourself with your inadequacies. So if your inadequacy and again, I'm only using this one because I share with you, this was one of my challenges, self-promotion. If one of your inadequacies is self-promotion, then form relationships of individuals who know how to self-promote. If your inadequacy is causing people to be attracted to you and to and to be able to generate momentum around what you're doing, then form relationships with people who seem to be good at this. I mean, literally, go out there and form relationships. Find people who are successful. And one of the things that helps in a relationship is to say point blank, hey, listen, I've been observing you, and I've noticed that you are really good at the way that you are able to motivate people and encourage people to work on your team. This is something that I've been wanting to do, especially, recruit more volunteers or whatever it may be. And I'm kind of struggling in this area. You wouldn't mind, man, if I shadow you, or you wouldn't mind, miss, if I shadow you and learn, what it is that you do. I owe everything that I know about public policy. I've been working in communities for years, but I'm not a public policy person, and I'm not someone who knows how to organize, or I know now, or who knew how to organize around specific policy issues. I was more of the guy who likes to do the barbecue and the community stuff, and that's great, and I applaud those who do that. But I ended up forming relationships, and I'm going to share some names. I formed relationships with Pastor Terrence Hughes. They call him Big T right here in Denver, who mentored me and said, hey, listen, this is how you actually engage in policy conversations. Another one was Dr. Lisa Calderon, who says, hey, listen, this is how it is. We serve on committees together. I looked at her. I said, hey, I don't know these things. Take me around. Help me to understand how you engage community in policy conversations, especially when you're not astute and you're not a policy wonk yourself. And by surrounding, and I can give so many other examples in different areas as well, surrounding myself with individuals who have these skill sets helps me to grow in my area of inadequacies, which will in turn lessen my feelings of jealousy and resentment towards them. So I'm doing two things. Number one, when I do identify people who I'm finding myself jealous of, then I want to enter into, as much as possible, a non-judgmental, ulterior motive relationship with them. And then I want to surround myself, and it may be that person, but I want to begin to surround myself with people who have certain gifts and who have certain skill sets that I want to become more proficient at. This is what great leaders do. And this is what separates great leaders. And that's why here at UnBoxed, we want to help you to unbox all the power, the potential of your leadership. I'm so glad that you joined us today. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. And come back and join us again as we continue to talk about how we can unbox the power, the potential of being great leaders. Take care.
Seasoned with Grace, UnBoxed also provides healthy relationship training and leadership development for businesses, churches, and community organizations. For a free consultation to discuss your team's needs, please contact us at our website at swg-unboxed.org. That's swg-unboxed.org.